Hi friends, today we are going to be working on conversion of decimal fractions in base 10 to other bases. Now, in the very exposition before this exposition, we worked on how to write or how to convert whole numbers in base 10 to other bases. So today we're going to be looking at how to convert decimal fractions in base 10 to other bases. So these are the things you must have to understand to this exposition. The first is basic knowledge of multiplication, very important. And the next is 100% concentration. Now look at this example. Write 0.124 in base 10 in base 5. Now sometimes this very given number could be given in form of fraction. If you are given a number in form of fraction, convert it to decimal, then it will be very easy for you to write it in the specified base. So 0.124, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to be doing everything opposite to what you do when you have whole numbers. For whole numbers, as you remember, you're going to divide, then write down your remainders. Then after you're done with that, you state out your answers from the base to the top. But for this very one, you're not going to be dividing, you're going to be timesing. That is, you're going to be multiplying, then you're going to be writing your answers from the top to the base. So here is what we're going to do, 0.124. Now you're going to be using the base to times just the opposite of what you do for whole numbers. I'm going to be timesing this all through. I'll do that repeatedly. 5 times 4 is 20, 0. We have your 2 left. 5 times 2 is 10 plus 2, 12 to keep your 1. 5 times 1, 5 plus 1, 6. You can add your 0 here. 5 times 0 is 0. Now we're done with this. There's a first phase. You take the whole number is 0. So the next thing, you write this out again, 0.620. Now you times again with 5. You do this repeatedly. You do it a couple of times. So now 5 times 0, 0. 5 times 2, 10. 0, remember 1. 5 times 6 is 30 plus 1, 31. Write your 1. Keep your 3. 5 times 0 is 0 plus 3 is 3. You got that right. You take the whole number off. You end up having ordinary whole number, just 0.100. And times with 5 again. You just keep repeating the pattern. 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 1, 5. 5 times 0 is 0. Take off the whole number again. So next thing you do, 0.500 times with 5 again. 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 5 is 25. Write your 5. Keep your 2. 5 times 0 is 0 plus 2 is 2. Take off the whole number again. Then what do we have? 0.500. As you can see, there will be a repetition of pattern. So at this point, we could just call it a day. 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 5 is 25. 5, keep your 2. 5 times 0 is 0 plus 2, 2. So you see, pattern repeated. So this our answer. Our answer will be stated from the very top to the base. This is a complete opposite of what we do when we have when we're working on whole numbers. This is different from whole numbers. So you're going to state out your answers. That's going to be 0.0, 3. Write out only your whole numbers. 0, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2 repeatedly in base 5. And these are we write from decimals, that is base 10, to other bases. Question 2. Convert 7/8 in base 10 denary to base 4. Now, how do we convert 7/8 in base 10 to base 4? As you can see, this is a fraction. You can decide to convert this first to decimal to make it very easy. So first of all, I'm going to be converting this to decimal. This is 7/8. I'll be using my 1-on-1 division to do this. 8 and 7, 0. Remainder 7. 8 and 70 is 8, 64. 64, remainder 6. Then 8 and 60 is 7, 56. Remainder 4. 8 and 40 is 5. So we can say convert 0.875 in base 10 to base 4. So you're going to be using the same method just like the first example. You're going to be timesing. You times, when you're done multiplying or timesing, you take off the whole number and you keep doing that repeatedly until you get to a certain point. If it's repetitive, then you stop going. So look at this, 0.875. I will use my 4 to keep timesing this, the opposite of what we do when we have whole numbers. So times 4 times 5 is 20, 0, keep your 2. 4 times 7, 28 plus 2 is 30, 0, keep your 3. 4 times 8, 32 plus 3, 35. 5, keep your 3. 4 times 0 is 0 plus 3 is 3. I'll take off my whole number. So I end up having 0.500. I'll times together with 4. 4 times 0 is 0. 4 times 0 is 0. 4 times 5 is 20. 0, keep your 2. 4 times 2, 0 is 0 plus 2, 2. I'll take off my whole number. So what I have left is 0.000. So at this point, that's all. So we're going to state out our answer. That is 0.32 in base 4. So these are the right fractions in base 10 to other bases. Decimal fractions in base 10 to other bases. So here are a couple of take-homes. So try this for me. Write or convert 29 over 64 in base 10 to base 8 or octal. Convert 29 over 64 in base 10 to base 8 or octal. So if you find this very exposition resourceful, please subscribe to the very channel and please share this exposition. See you in the next exposition. Thanks.